Hello and welcome to CGTN Live. I'm Wang and beside me is
Kei.
And today we are at the China International Consumer Products Expo, known as Hainan Expo, and it is in the capital city of Hainan Province, Haikou. So here we at is the pavilion of the Hainan Province. So we're gonna start from here and go to different city and regions or provinces and autonomous regions and different pavilions. So let's walk and talk.
Right. This is actually the second day of the public opening of the exhibition, and as you can see, there are a lot of visitors coming along. Actually, we have the cameraman right standing in front of us, but the crowd is literally blocking the way.
It is.
So the first pavilion we're going to show you is
Yunnan Province.
Yunnan is very famous for its flower, its coffee, and its beautiful scenery. Let's see.
See how many people are in queue for the coffee.
There are a lot of discussions about whether Chinese economy is in deflation or not after the first quarter GDP number and also the CPI and PPI number is out. If you look at all these visitors, the traffic here, you won't believe the deflation is coming. I would rather think it's actually at the very beginning of the recovery of the Chinese economy.
Yeah, you see the consumption power here.
So Hainan is very famous for its coffee. Hainan is another very big base for coffee production in China.
Are you a big lover of coffee?
Yes, I'm a coffee drinker. What about you?
Not a big fan of coffee, but sometimes I need this.
You need caffeine.
Yeah.
And also tea is a very, very famous specialty of Hainan.
Yeah.
Pu'er is very famous.
You know, every time I see this kind of table for tea, it's very fancy. You know, there are a lot of tools. There are a lot of something I don't know. I think when you grow older, you will get to know and then traditional. This is the pu'er tea. After years of fermentation, they become more tasty and softer and smoother. So, but is pu'er a strong tea?
Pu'er is part of the black tea family.
But I think the flavor
very strong. After fermentation is actually okay.
All right.
The raw pu'er or sheng pu'er is relatively strong.
Oh, you mean the raw material? All right.
Sheng pu'er and shu pu'er. Shu pu'er is after fermentation.
Yeah.
And sheng pu'er is basically the raw pu'er leaf, and then they compress it into so-called chapi. It's basically a tea pie.
So what are the differences between these?
One is after fermentation and years fermentation. The other one is basically fresh.
All right. So why do we need two of them? Why?
The flavor is very different.
Okay. So some group of people like the raw, some people like the other one. I think we're gonna go straight to the next one. So here we this is where I'm from.
This is where you're from. Okay,
Yeah.
tell us more about it. I see there are a lot of
There, you know, since the city of Beijing has a long history. It used to be the capital of China for some dynasties, so it has a lot of Chinese traditional stuff, the cultural heritage. I mean, so you can see. Oh, this is your thing.
Yeah. All the porcelain, all these.
Shall I call this China?
This is Hainan, China. It's a very special sort of art to make Chinese porcelain colorful, so to speak. I think you need to go through rounds and rounds of paint.
So you see, there are a lot of beautiful. As you said, I don't know if it.
I don't know how to say it in English, but that's the traditional Chinese art.
So here we go to the next
one. Those are all the western provinces in China. This is
Yeah. So
I think we should go.
Why don't we just go to the Tibet?
Tibet and Guizhou.
Yeah. Tibet is our autonomous region.
A lot of local merchants, famous brands, and brought them to this time's exhibition. This is Guizhou. They have Tibet.
Tibet. Yeah. This is Tibet autonomous region. And
what is that? That's the Niurougan, right? But that's the yak.
I think this the jerky for yacht.
来看一下，奶贝奶毛牛奶贝毛牛奶贝了啊！
Oh, this is actually made of milk. Milk.
This is dairy products. It's really like cheese, right?
Yeah, I don't know. But this looks very good because
It's very good.
it's made of the milk from the yacht,
Yes.
and this is the jerky for yacht. I don't know.
来看一下优惠了啊！
Dry yak meat, this one.
很长一个。You want one?
This is dairy product, right?
Yeah, it is. Let's try one.
It's almost like
Free food. This is all like free food. Why don't we have a try?
这什么？就是这儿的产是吧？来，牦牛奶贝，牦牛奶贝，
多少钱呢？
这个100块钱买3袋，原价38两，现在送1袋，4袋100块。
All right.
how much is it?
So 100 yuan for 4 bags, basically 25 for each.
It's almost like a dairy product.
I gotta say, it's different from the milk that we drink every day. The taste is a little bit different, but I don't know how to describe it.
Dry milk powder.
Yeah, but it's a little bit silky, I would say.
It's more refined. Okay, let's try. Oh, this is saffron. This is a very famous saffron from Tibet. It's very
Yeah.
good for your health.
For,
And
for
Indian-
blood, right?
Indian people use it a lot as well in their cuisine.
So you see this big bottle of, it used to be water, but if you put some of them into the bottle, and it will be, the color will change. And you see only a few of them are in the bottle, but the whole bottle of water color is changing.
哦，这好啊。This is a very expensive
So, yeah. How expensive? This is all like local specialties. So that means it will become a bug in the winter and become a grass.
Yeah, this is also very
summer?
traditional Chinese nutrition. It's a little bit like herb medicine, but it's not medicine itself. It aims to supplement your health. It's a little bit like Chinese traditional supplements, the
All
Western
right.
concept.
Yeah, yeah. So why don't we just
Look at this. Look at this. This is a very, very lovely.
the carpet?
Yeah. Because we have yak, so they actually use, they have a lot of animal hair.
Yeah, you see a tiger there.
There are traditional pattern of Tibetan culture as well. For
Alright.
instance, that's the
So Kate, I saw there are some pots here,
pot, right?
and you know,
I know
yeah,
this is the stone pot.
and it's
stone-
very heavy, you know.
and it's very expensive. This one is about 2,000 RMB.
But if what do you use this for? Like, you cook rice in this pot, or
You know, Tibetan people believe there are a lot of natural nutrients
In
the
this stone.
So when you cook using the stone, all those nutrients will be released gradually with the heat.
Whoa.
That's why it's good for your health.
yeah. And you see this kind of symbol here is it's very Tibet, I would say.
Very Tibetan, yeah. We have a lot of traditional sort of pattern. It's actually quite beautiful. You can cook rice. You can cook soup.
Yeah.
It's just very heavy. I don't
But
know
this is
when you
real
clean
heavy.
it. Yeah, when you clean it,
Oh,
it takes a lot of effort.
yeah. And you can work hard for it.
Actually, we have a lot of carpets. This Tibetan carpet is very, very thick, you see? It's very thick.
Yeah. So you do have this kind of carpet in your home? You mean?
I have one carpet at my place. It's very different from Iranian, from Pakistani, from Indian kind of woodenish carpet. They're more refined and lighter, but Tibetan carpet would tend to be like thicker.
Yeah. This one is very thick.
It's very thick.
So it's very durable, I would say.
It's very durable. You can use it for 100 years. Seriously.
Really?
Yeah. it goes on with a different.
So if I use it for 100 years, that will make it better? Like, you know something that you use it for a while and it becomes better and better?
It becomes part of your life.
Yeah. So let's go from here. We're in the dead end.
That is Guizhou. I see a very famous.
Guizhou province. A very famous, very popular, spicy chili sauce. And you see, this is something.
Seriously, a very small pot of spicy sauce now becomes a world famous brand.
You know, especially when Chinese people go abroad and they stay there for a long time, and this is something that make their homesick, and they take this out. Sometimes even they don't really eat this in China, but when they go out, when they go abroad, they will miss it.
It actually goes with everything. Goes with noodles, goes with rice, goes with everything.
Yeah.
Nice series as well.
Oh, different flavor.
Yeah, different. Yeah, they add meat in this one. This is basically plain.
Oh, I thought there's only one flavor for this.
Yes, this is like yongla. Okay. There are a lot of different flavors, different lines of products.
So this one even has meat inside.
I know. Guizhou is also very famous for its Mao Tai wine.
Chinese baijiu.
Right, Chinese baijiu.
Very strong alcohol.
Let's go to the embroidery side of this Guizhou. Guizhou is important. And Miao people, they're very, very good at embroidery. So Miao embroidery, they have famous as embroidery and other embroidery in China. So these are some of their works. Those stitches are actually made by hand. So they're all hand.
What?
这是我们贵州的那个苗族的破线绣。破线绣，它是把一根丝线破成7、8股，甚至有的是10多股，完了再拉皂角。拉皂角以后，它丝线就有光泽感，就平滑，它不会起毛。绣了以后还要锁边，这一条，
可以碰一下吗？可以摸吗？
还要锁边。
我可以摸一下吗？
可以啊。
This one is called Miao Shou, and in Miao Shou, this one is called Huo Xian Shou. Let me try to explain this Huo Xian art to our audiences. Huo Xian means when they do the embroidery, they try to split one silk thread into 6, 7 parts. Remember, like one silk thread is already very big, very tiny. So they still need to split it into 6 to 7 parts, and then stitch it back on this garment. Because through this kind of procedure, it will make all these stitches more brilliant, and there are a lot of reflections.
Yeah, it's very shiny.
Yes. So that is the sort of the reason why they do this. But it takes a lot of effort. 秀这名字有多长时间？
Kate. So Kate, I have a suggestion. Why don't you just try something on? There are some clothes down there.
Oh,
You know, why don't you just take one and try it on?
我们的山区的绣娘绣这一条要10天的时间。
Okay.
Oh, it's all handmade.
It's all handmade, and it takes about 10 days for this line to be fully embroidered.
All right.
It takes like a
all
lot
right.
of stitches.
这一条裙子有12条，要4个月。
So it takes
Oh,
about 4
this one
months to
takes
finish
4
all
months.
this embroidery. It's unbelievable, right?
So,
这
多少钱？
叫破线绣，
是香云纱，
像云纱对。
对，跟我们苗族的破线绣结合在一起。
如果你要卖的话，这个要卖多少钱呢？
我们这个价格才4万多。
4万多。
Big money, 40 grand.
40,000 RMB, 40,000 RMB for this piece of art. It's definitely a piece of art, though. It's right.
Yeah, it's because it's handmade.
It's called 破线. Let me try to say it again. Basically, you need to split one silk thread into 6 to 7 tiny parts to make make sure
right.
all these patterns can be embroidered and stitched with all those angles, reflection to make it look shiny. 这是传统的
苗族的那个西绣，
西绣，
对，它是用素纱，用白线素纱把这个图案绣出来。
这也是自己手绣的。
手绣的。
完了以后再上5种颜色的丝线，最后才上金属的锡。
So basically, they use the thread to do the skeleton of the pattern that they want to stitch and embroidery. And after they have the general pattern being sketched out, they then put on the colorful thread.
Silver thing.
Right. Onto it. 这个要多长时间
6个月。
It takes about 6 months.
这跟您身上的很像啊。
这个也是丝线。
对。
It actually looks very similar.
这个要多少钱？
那像这个像我这个就1万多，但像这个的话就很贵，这个也是要5万多。
Oh, this one needs like 50,000 RMB.
See? So all these handmade are really precious.
Yeah, you seem like you have a lot of knowledge for this.
I used to collect all these
马尾绣，
马尾绣，这个马尾绣很
马的尾巴，缠上这个各种颜色的线。
These are all like minority people's wisdom.
Yeah.
They try to connect all these arts with their daily life, and then try to display it on their daily garments using their using their stitch technology. It's just amazing.
这是水竹的，贵州的水竹。好，这个也是马尾绣。好，谢谢啊，谢谢。
So as you can see, this province, the Guizhou province, China has 56 different ethnic groups,
Right.
and I think Guizhou has a lot of minorities. So that's why you can see a lot of cultural heritage in this pavilion.
Right.
So now let's move to our next pavilion, which is Hunan province. And both you and me have, reported from the city of Changsha, the capital city of Hunan. So we have a lot of memory down there.
They have a very famous milk tea, probably the most famous one in China, one of the most famous. 茶颜悦色.
Oh yeah, the tea shop.
Yeah.
And if our cameraman can give a shot
Modern China
to the
tea shop.
Hunan pavilion, and there's a very famous tea shop here. But luckily there's no people on there.
There's no product there.
But you see this stinky tofu. This is another very famous.
I'm not a big fan of it, but I understand it's very, very famous.
Yeah, some people just can't put up with the smell.
No, it's very pungent. It's too pungent for me.
Yeah. So let's go inside and see what we can check out there. Oh, there's also a lot of clothes, a lot of scarves.
So, yeah, this is cashmere embroidery in cashmere.
Do you do a lot of water sports?
I don't. You
don't?
must be a very sporty person.
Yeah, I'm actually a fan of water sports,
Right.
and I think this is all for like some paddle boarding stuff,
Sure.
and this is for diving.
Right. If we just talked about embroidery in Hunan province, xiangxiu is also very famous. That's another type of local sort of embroidery techniques.
Oh, you mean this one?
This one, xiangxiu.
Okay.
Yeah, comparing to xiangxiu and miaoxiu, you can apparently see the difference, right? This is more refined, so to speak, and then they don't have so many like 图腾 kind of pattern on it. It's more about nature, like fish and leaf.
Very
Right, it's very
delicate.
refined. This is called xiangxiu. The lotus leaf.
Yeah.
It's a lotus flower.
But this is not for me.
For you, yeah. It's
I'm afraid I broke it because it looks very
very delicate. Isn't
very
it?
delicate.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So, let's check out Inner Mongolia.
Oh yeah, Inner Mongolia.
Inner Mongolia. Ooh, watch out. 水有水. There are so many people here. The traffic
Yeah.
is really bad.
A lot of crowds. So we're gonna find our way out.
You see, there are a lot of people lining up here
For
and trying to get into this shop.
Some free food or gift.
Yes.
So this is a typical scene in the Hainan Expo because people here have fun. Have you ever been to Inner Mongolia before?
I actually, briefly been to Inner Mongolia. Inner Mongolia is very famous for its cashmere product. Where is our camera? Okay. Inner Mongolia is very famous for the cashmere product, and also there are a lot of there are a lot of produce like cashmere industry, textile industry.
Yeah. So this is like all like scarf.
These are all the scarves made by
of
cashmere.
what?
Cashmere. The farming industry in Mongolia is also very famous. So with farming, they also have the cashmere industry. In Ordos especially, those are very fine quality ones. And the design is also very nice. Some of them are made by yak.
Oh, you mean the fur of it?
Right.
So I've been to Inner Mongolia only once, and I feel like the land is very big, very flat, but there's very, very few people down there.
Right.
So you see
That's why the farming industry is very, very
and the average GDP is really high actually.
Partially is because they have a lot of mining assets.
Yeah,
as well.
mining, yeah.
Yes, mostly mining. So the per capita GDP is very high.
Yeah.
For instance,
Exactly. That is the city I've been to.
Right. They're very rich in coal mining.
Coal
Right,
mining.
and also
So
cashmere industry as well.
few people, so that's why.
Right.
So you see how crowded it is.
Right. Let's go visit our last shop, Xinjiang.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remind our cameraman to be careful.
He has to be careful. There's so many people here.
And this is actually the last day of the Hainan Expo, so people come here to make the last chance to buy.
Right. To make their purchase decision.
Yeah.
So this is our Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, but they send out their production and construction.
Construction.
Right.
Yeah.
There are a lot of agricultural products here. This is the walnut. Walnut is very famous.
Oh, this is a walnut.
Yeah, they have very, very thin skin. So usually walnut will be very difficult to break, but this one has very thin skin. So you can basically just
So
crush
they
it
have
by
very
hand.
good walnut is because of its
They have.
weather is
This is
very
the
dry.
honey. Yeah, this is the honey is also good.
It looks like a key, but I don't know what is that.
This is also Chinese, herb, Chinese herb medicine or Chinese herb supplements.
All right, so can I have a try actually?
You can.
I never tried it before. I don't even know what it is.
用虫龙泡的酒，
可以。
可以来点吗？
啊。
拿点杯子。
This is with wine. This is not tea. Do you want to try it?
Maybe it's not that appropriate in the morning, but why not?
Why don't you just have a
Yeah, take a sip. Just take a sip.
泡茶、泡水、泡酒都可以拿酒。
All right.
Let me smell it.
It's really the alcohol. That's why she just give me a little bit.
12个高粱酒泡的。
It's basically you can taste you can taste 肉苁蓉 smell because it's all covered by wine.
尝一下，这是茶，
这是茶。
这是 tea.
这个是泡的茶，要不要试一下？
我 OK. This is too strong. This is not for me. 这个太重。
你可以尝一下，有一点甜。
对，它是里面的多糖的味道。
So it is a little bit sweet.
Oh, this one is real good. It's way better than that one.
这是酒吗？对，有这个是肉苁蓉。
All right, I'm just gonna hold it.
Yeah. Okay. So I think this is our last stop.
Yeah.
Xinjiang. Yeah.
Very warm.
With that, we are just going to finish today's tour for you. In this 30 minutes, we took you to several of our provinces in western and northern part of China, and hope you will like it. As you can see, there are a lot of people here in the pavilion. It's very congested. interested. So many people are here. This is definitely not a deflation economy. The economy is gradually recovering, and hopefully 2023 we're going to go better.
So this is the last day of the Hainan Expo.
Yes.
So I still want to ask you one question. So this is the first time you've been to the Hainan Expo. How do you feel about the event?
I think this year is very, very special because this is the first year post-COVID recovery.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know what to expect before I came here, but apparently this is the reality that we see, right? Consumer market is extremely important, and consumer demand stands for how quickly the economy will recover and how economy can recover if we can have the enthusiasm of all those consumers as what we see today here. I think the economic recovery is very likely in 2023 GDP.
Yeah, you can see the consumption power just from the expo.
Right. To reach 5.5% is definitely not a problem, and we can potentially go higher.
Yeah, so this is our last live streaming of touring around the 8 halls in the expo. So it's time to say goodbye.
Yes, and I'm Kate Quay. Until next time.
And this is Wang. Bye.
Bye for now.